Hi, I'm Roger Eagleton with 5 Star Property Management, here based out of Burlingame, California. Today's blog topic is on the eviction process here in San Mateo County. Currently, we're shooting this blog in December of 2017. As of right now, there are currently no eviction protection controls in place in San Mateo County. However, this is definitely subject to change, and this is something that we definitely keep our finger on the pulse of, because in counties to the north of us, such as San Francisco, there are very strong eviction protection controls, and even to the south of us, in Mountain View, there are eviction protection controls, and it's something that is actively being worked on by several organizations around the area. But as of right now, we don't have to worry about that. So the process really goes like this. The rent, let's say, is due on the first of the month. The first rolls around and there's no rent payment. Second rolls around, still no rent payment. Third rolls around, still no rent payment. What you need to do as a property owner, or if you have a property management company, what they should be doing is issuing what's called a 3-day notice to pay or quit. What this notice does is it starts the time clock basically for the legal process, whereby if the tenants do not pay the amount that is due, their options are either to pay that money on time and get it paid right away, or to quit, which means they need to leave the property. If they fail to do either one of those, again, which is either pay or leave the property, you can at that point then begin the process of an eviction in the courts. For a process like this, we always recommend that it is best to retain legal assistance. We can always facilitate that process, but again, this being the Bay Area and this being a very litigious society, it's best to bite the bullet, spend a little bit of money, and have this done properly. What typically will happen is that the attorney or the law firm involved will go about filing the proper paperwork with the court, serving the tenant, and setting a court date. Sometime between this process, many tenants will either pay or they will quit and actually leave the property. But if they don't, what will happen is, let's say 3 to 4 weeks after the 3-day notice is served, the court date will usually be reserved, at which point both sides get to go to court, argue their cases. Again, typically, if there's no valid reason for the tenant to not pay rent, the courts will find and side with the owner, at which point a writ of possession will be given to the property management company or to the owner, and a sheriff will be scheduled to come out to the property to physically remove the tenants if they're still in possession. Again, this is kind of the worst case scenario, and most of the time it doesn't come down to this, but this is kind of the typical process here in San Mateo County if it does happen. So again, at the end of the day, this is a process we ideally hope you never have to deal with, and the way that you can avoid this is by dealing with, first and foremost, top quality tenants, which mean high credit scores, verifiable income, verified previous landlord history, or handing this job off to a qualified property management company. If you have further questions about this topic, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email, and we'd be happy to discuss with you.